Hi, I'm Sky Solbach, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of an intro into the world of SUP foiling, from the equipment, which type of waves to look for, general safety, and catching your very first waves. There's a lot of different choices out there on the market when it comes to SUP foil boards and SUP foil wings. We at Fanatic are constantly developing boards and wings with an emphasis on it being really easy and user-friendly. When choosing your first board and wing, the most important thing is to match it properly to your size and weight, and you can find all of that information on our website. One of the very easiest ways to begin SUP foiling and to get your very first flights is to do it behind a boat or a jet ski. This allows you to get a feel for the foil and foot positioning in a very controlled environment, because you can control your speed very precisely with a boat. One of the advantages of doing it on a big SUP board is that you can actually start kind of kneeling down, and as you gain a little bit of speed, get to your feet, find your position, and keep your weight forward to keep the foil down. And as you gradually gain speed, you can shift your weight back, find that balance point, and start to get your first flights. Once you're ready to catch your first waves, you're going to want to find an uncrowded spot with really soft rolling waves. Ideally a wave that's breaking far enough from shore that you're going to have a good length of ride before you reach the beach. And you're also going to want to make sure that the water is deep enough that you're not running aground. Before paddling out, you're going to want to make sure that you have a leash. This is for your protection and for the protection of those around you in the water. For your first couple of sessions, it's probably also a good idea to wear some protective gear on your body. When walking with your board to the water, keep in mind the wingspan. You can kick it and injure your feet. When getting in the water, if it's shallow, it's a good idea to flip the board upside down and paddle a good distance from shore until you reach deep water before flipping it out and paddling out into the lineup. Once you reach the lineup and you're ready to catch your first wave, you're going to want to position yourself in the correct spot. Keep in mind that with a foil, you don't need to be sitting in the most critical part of the wave to catch it. You can actually sit inside and catch the reform for your first couple of rides. When paddling for the wave, it's a good idea to already get into your surf stance, positioning yourself directly down the center line of the board, keeping your weight low and forward. As you're paddling and you start to drop down the wave, the wing is going to naturally want to start to lift as you gain more speed. So if you keep your weight forward, you can sort of keep the foil down in the water and then gradually shift your weight back to start to get your first flights. When getting your first rides, it's going to be impossible to avoid falling, but it's important to know how to fall. It's really good to keep your weight low and forward as much as possible when catching your first waves. And if you feel like you're getting rolled off the side, you don't want to kick and push the board away with your feet, because this is going to cause the foil to gain momentum and flip uncontrollably. So if you're getting rolled off, it's good just to fall off and not push the board with your feet. Once you're starting to get your first few flights and catching your first few waves, it's a good idea to just go straight and not try and start doing turns right away. The foil reacts really sensitively to really small movements, so until you get a feel for that, it's good to really take it easy in the beginning. Learning to SUP foil can be really challenging in the beginning, but once you get a feel for the foil and you overcome those challenges, you're going to find that you can have so much fun even in the tiniest little waves, or even in rolling swells doing long downwind coast runs.